So a bunch of lawyers wrote to the Chief Justice of India, and then followed by a bunch of judges who wrote to the Chief Justice of India saying that there are a group of people who are undermining and eroding faith in the Constitution, right? And one of the people who they were referring to would be someone like Indira. What is going on here? What is the battle? Is this just the repercussion of an old elite taking on the new elite, or the new elite pushing the old elite out? And is it an existential battle that we are seeing playing out since 2014 in all walks of life? And why should the judiciary be exempt from it?
Okay, so it's an important question which can be answered in so many different ways, and I have answered it in the past, but I have said somewhere that the battles of the future are going to take place inside the courtroom. Okay, see, already the courtroom is a conflict zone, already by definition. You know, you've been into courtrooms and you know what happens inside a courtroom. There is a lot of aggression on the part of the lawyers. There is the lawyer for and there is the lawyer against, and you have a severe clash of ideas happening in a courtroom. But the specificity of the situation now, these battles are going to be over the Constitution of India and over the interpretation of the Constitution of India. So what makes it so important is that the judiciary has the power to interpret the Constitution of India. So you are going to see a group of lawyers who are going to come there and they're going to argue that the Constitution is not the last word. They believe that history, culture, and tradition, and their interpretation of history, culture, and tradition is the last word. And the kind of arguments that they advance in court are, well, there was a golden age in India. We have a glorious history. And it is that history that judges are supposed to honor. On the other hand, there would be people like me who would say, no, 1947, 1950 was the break. It's a complete break with the past in terms of the Constitution. And no judge can go behind the Constitution of India. If you go behind the Constitution of India, you're not a judge. Okay? So this clash of ideas, which is playing out in the country as a whole, has started playing out inside the courtroom. Now, you're right, before 2014, it was never the case. It was like accepted that the anchor of the anchor of all law is the Constitution of India. Nobody would have doubted it. But we are living in times where that is now coming under doubt, and which is why you hear members of the ruling party say, well, when we come back to power, we are going to amend the Constitution of India. And they actually don't need to, because by their actions, they have done so much, which is virtually not amendment, it's an undermining of the Constitution of India. So this is what was reflected in that letter of 600 lawyers and also the retired judges. It's a bit shocking to see retired judges. It was, by the way, targeted against the judiciary. And we lawyers were like collateral damage.